It is 7 a.m. in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, August 11th, 2020. It's time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Tuesday morning, August 11th, 2020. Good morning, y'all. This lovely, this Tuesday morning, August 11th, 2020, 7 a.m. and 76 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News at 8 a.m. is: does Trump's executive order mean there's no torment at all? Second stimulus check coming? Putin claims Russia has registered the world's first coronavirus vaccine, says his daughter has taken it. Seattle police chief announced their retirement after city council votes to cut the police budget by nearly $4 million. Trump briefly remembered incident outside of White House. Businesses fear getting caught in the middle of Trump's payroll tax cut. New Yorkers signed off to launch journals about Biden's black diversity gap and potential running mate. Powerful director leads powerful rush. With undermined by winds moved across the Midwest, bringing down trees and power lines in Chicago. New York City expects a majority of students and teachers to return to the classrooms, while former Mayor Rudy Giuliani blasts current Mayor Bill de Blasio is handling of New York City's rise in battleground. Bankers backed Biden despite gains under Trump. LA Sheriff's House concerned about videos showing deputies detaining teens at gunpoint in Santa Clarita, California. Lebanon president accepts government resignation after Beirut blast. Belarusian opposition leader flees abroad after bloody clashes. New U.S. sanctions and uncertainty for global banks looking to tap China market. Apple Daily prints out 1 million copies in defense of founder Jimmy Lay's arrest in Hong Kong. Lawmaker makes the debate bill to suspend gas exam for 4 years. UK employment sees largely quarterly fall in a decade. SoftBank switches to profit as the record loss as pension fund recovers. Looking at stocks, the Dow up 3.7 0.44. SP 5 up 9.19 at 33.60.47, and Nasdaq down 42.63 at 10.968.36. Gulf Land Services Ocean World with salty water deep underground. SpaceX returns by flight. Falcon 9 boosters and propellers as next 3 years milestone nears. The Air Force once home to terror crocodile doing the size of city buses. More than 97,000 children tested positive for COVID-19 in the last 2 weeks, the July report says. U.S., China, and other rich nations chase COVID-19 vaccine paydays, and remains on pace as scientists rely on improvement for the COVID-19 vaccines. Peter Children's time, 7:03. Take a look at news from the wires. Belarus and the potential leaders Samantha captains of that says the country and was safe in Lithuania. COVID-19 cases surpassed 20 million. The WHO says death toll will hit 50,000 this week. Korean baseball increases 25% at stadiums. Republican Senator Ron Johnson has subpoenaed a Federal Bureau of Investigation to hand over the records concerning this probe of Russia meddling in the 2016 presidential election. Brooklyn man pleads guilty and encouraged an Islamic State to attack New York. Trash talk continues over Adver's new waste disposal contract. Adver, a public will resume Thursday on a proposed pot shop for Lowell County Street as it had an opposition from some neighbors. Mid-West schools choose hybrid model with as superintendent of schools finding the lunch there was 3 guiding principles of discipline, well-being, relationships, and learning for every student every day. For Winter Clock of Pembroke at no D temperature 16 will get married on August 13th, 1960 on Senator, Texas on Thursday. They will celebrate their 60th wedding anniversary. Peter Children's Time, 7:05. Time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Red Sox fall to the Tampa Bay Rays. Last night at Fenway Park, 8-7. Today, Martin Perez tonight will go on man for Red Sox at 7:30 p.m. at Fenway Park. Boston Celtics take on Memphis Grizzlies down in Orlando at 5 o'clock, and the Boston Bruins will start off the regulars to the playoffs. First round playoff game at 8 o'clock against the Carolina Hurricanes down in Toronto. As the Boston Bruins look to put their woeful round robin play aside and focus on the real test, the playoffs. Will there be college football this fall? Why places Grizzlies have entered the NBA's Western Conference play-in tournament. No Boise State football this fall. About the West Conference Post Foul Sports and Phoenix remains broken and bubble defeating OKC. Peter Chill Dusab is 7:06 on this Tuesday morning. Time now to take a look at the traffic and transit check. Baby! On the MBTA authorized place to drop by delays after 15 minutes due to a trade by the back of the permanent trucks. And on the Kabir Rail, What's the line train 500, 4:45 a.m. from Western Subway, 5:50 minutes basket between Asheville and the South Station. And the ferries are looking good. And take a look at highways and byways in New England and Rhode Island. It's looking good, except the Newport Bridge is a little bit slow on the Newport Bridge on both ends. 95 northbound side, a little bit slow around 128 out of Captain 7 Expressway. The northbound side, slow between Quincy all the way down to the Mossy Boulevard exit and Dr. So 1 on the southbound side, a little bit slow on between Chelsea and Charlestown. 180 a little bit slow in the East Boston stretch, 3 southbound side, little slow on 1 trailer Burlington, Route 2 eastbound, a little bit slow for 495 Littleton, Route 2 eastbound side, a little bit slow in the Acton stretch, and Central Massachusetts highways are looking good, and 291 on the northbound side, a little bit slow for the Pike and Springfield. 91 northbound side, a little slow around the Greenfield stretch, and 84 westbound side. 84 westbound side, a little bit slow around Route 8 and Waterbury, Connecticut. 95 on the southbound side, a little slow between Fairfield and Norwalk, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side, so the Norwalk, Connecticut. And 89, both ends of background on the Warner stretch in New Hampshire and up in Maine, looking good. And up wide, Vermont, north to the main highways are all looking good on this Tuesday morning. Peter told you side is 7:08. Time now for a weather report. Looking at traffic, the thunderstorm activity yesterday to the large low pressure system located at 80 miles west southwest of the Calvary Islands. That's increased and expected a little better organized over the past several hours, and have been about predictions expected to be conducted for development and grid on the tropical depression likely to form during the next day. So while the service moves westward from the westward about 50 miles an hour across the tropical area, conditions forecast become less conductive for several hours at the end of the weekend. Formation change. For 48 hours, height 70% formation, change for 8 days, height 70%. Meanwhile, close to home, we are under a heat advisory until 8 p.m. Wednesday, and heat advisory today between 95 and 102. Heat index miles Wednesday to mid 90s in all southern New England, except the eastern slopes of the Berkshires, Series, Cape Cod, and Islands. And until 8 p.m. Wednesday, and hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illnesses occur. And drink plenty food, staying in air conditioned movements. Yeah, the sun and chicken are well to the neighbors, and young children and pets should never be left unattended, and vehicles under any circumstances to take extra precautions to work to spend time outside when possible. Reschedule strenuous activities to early morning, even though the signs and symptoms of the heat exhaustion and deep sweat can wear lightweight, loose fitting clothing when possible, and through the risk during and after work, the occupational safety and health administration recommends schedule frequent rest breaks in shaded air conditioned environments, and then when overcome by heat should be moved to a closed shaded location. Each emergency call 911. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast. It goes like this. Looking at forecast discussion. Oppressive heat and humidity will continue for one day. Today will be the hottest of the 2 days. The cold front will be Sag south. Word across 7 New England to 9, and Wednesday bringing shots and storms that weather warm but mainly dry weather falls Thursday and Friday. Bringing the cold front of passage. I prepare for a middle of a Canadian Maritime weekend to return to cool seasonal temperatures this weekend. Overall dry pattern. Looks like to about at least next Monday. And I'll give it an 8 storm for 7 New England today. Should be proving the hottest and the most impressive day. The stretch of hot humid weather elevated the potentially dangerous heat index value. Use anticipated. Shockwave, bridging aloft initially over the 7 New England only this morning, and of a drove at eastern Michigan across the west. Yesterday's severe convection was involved across the Midwest and southwest region of high pressure of southwest and Kentucky allowed for continued southwest winds and temperature high moisture dew point upper 60s and mid 70s. 2 points are already fairly coming early this morning, and while some of the 2 points should be decreased in the mid of the afternoon, what bits of the still will be sticking today. The heat advisory remains unbound, but no changes made with the early morning update of the trend for today is less cloud cover and more limited prospects of thunderstorms. Air temperatures are expected to rise even higher today than yesterday, given a more sun than clouds. 925 and 850 millibar temperature similar to about a degree warmer than yesterday, given the warm side most acidic conditions and the most of the climate stats bring 90 plus degrees. I bring as an age in the mid upper 90s for most lower elevation interior locales for upper 80s for the south coast came out. And this change resulted in higher maximum heat index range, but upper 90s, the low water does not add to the question. A few locations could approach to meet excessive heat water criteria. Heat index for time. The best chances look to be the bareback and Connecticut valleys and in the southeast Massachusetts division coverage. Being no more than isolated pre-included upgraded 80 areas at this time, however, despite the unsure southwest winds at the higher about 2 points in the South Carolina City. Cape should bring that possible quality and the heat advisory levels, but too limited here as well. Hourly sort of abundance break, but the heat will be that southwest wind may become somewhat breezy that it may just pull a shift. Humid air around versus the provided relief. Secondary to the heated. I heated into the chance of the storms today after the heated higher dew points should have produced after the Cape Fowls around 1,050 KKG, and then I'm not submitted there. Storms about this afternoon. The odds is there's really never to trigger any convection with southwest north convection floor. Even child cumulus may be hard to come by. Camps provide really big sizzle for evening, and most should be driving afternoon, but one area quarter that can be forced access to along the Route 2 quarter in the Merrimack Valley. There's a subtle wind shift that can be enough and they're triggering those areas between midnight after the early evening and weak flow off supports post time. Storms that could produce every 9 points as well as low class strong wind gusts, give it robust low level left rates achieved at strong daytime heating. All right, let's take a look at our forecast. It goes like this. It's going to be most of the sun skies at a hot today, high by 94 degrees, heat advisory as high as 101, and nighttime wind increase to the 5 to 10 miles in the morning. Tonight, increased skies about 72 degrees, up to about 8 to 10 miles after one day. Chit shots and thunderstorms that shots like 12 p.m. Thunderstorm after 5 p.m. Mostly skies coming 80 degrees, southwest about 7 miles an hour, just to the 6 7 new rebounds, less than 7 to 8 miles plus, but that's for tonight. Shots likely possibly a thunderstorm before 7 p.m. The church shots and thunderstorm may between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Punch fog after 5 p.m. was mostly skies about 69 degrees, southwest about 6 miles an hour, coming to DD, just to 6 7 new rebounds, less than 10 to 8 miles an hour, but that's for Thursday. Slight church shots and thunderstorm before 1 p.m. Punch fog for 7 miles. Partly sun's coming to 89 degrees, coming just between 20% for tonight. Most skies at 68 degrees, coming for Friday. Most of the sun's coming 88, 6 low, 64 degrees, coming to the east around 5 hours in the afternoon for Saturday. Most of the sun's coming 82 low, 61 degrees, northwest about 5 minutes. 8 mile an hour, just high 22 mile an hour for Sunday. Most of the sun's coming 79 low, 62 degrees, northwest about 8 mile an hour, just high 20 mile an hour for Monday. Part of the sun's coming 82 degrees, east of about 3 to 6 mile an hour. Currently in Norton, it's 76 degrees and mostly skies. That's me for the Peter Channel Morning News on this August 11th, 2020 on a Tuesday morning. I people to be have a good morning and a goodbye day. Stay safe, be healthy, people well. See you. Noontime for noontime reporting. We have a good morning.